Hello everyone, welcome to Karma Education. This is the channel for UGC NET Education subject and it has a target to cover whole syllabus of UGC NET Education subject. Previously, I already have discussed NCF 2005, NCF TE 2009, Secondary Education Commission 1953 or Mudaliar Commission. Now in this video, I am Konkona Pal going to discuss the contribution of Kothari Commission on Teacher Education 1964. In the 1953, Secondary Education Commission has given some valuable recommendation to overcome the defects of the then secondary education system. In the year 1964, another Education Commission was appointed by Government of India to sort out the defects of national education pattern at all stages. The name of the commission is Education Commission of 1964 or Kothari Commission. It was appointed on 14th July 1964. Dr. D.S. Kothari, the chairman of UGC, was appointed as the chairman of the Education Commission of 1964. Hence, the commission was known as Kothari Commission. And there was total 17 members in the commission, and they are from India along with abroad. The commission was appointed for the review of entire education system. It was not for a particular stage or standard of education system. The main aim of the commission was to use education for national development. The Kothari Commission worked for 21 months and submitted its report on June 1966 based on 2400 memorandum and notes. The Kothari Commission has started its work from 2nd October 1964 and took interview of 9,000 men and women. And the report, which was submitted by the commission, it was divided into 4 sections. First section deals with general problems regarding entire education system of then India. Section 2 deals with education at different stages and in different sectors. Section 3 deals with implementation of the various recommendations and programs suggested by the Kothari Commission. And Section 4 consists of supplementary papers. These are some major educational defects which have been identified by the Kothari Commission. These are the education was still inclined towards spoon feeding, means teacher-centric, non-interactive, bookish education system prevails at that time. Too much importance was given to the agriculture than education. Education could not provide productive platform to the learner. Education system was not connected with national reconstruction, whereas national development is another important aim of education. Education was not for character formation. Now, the recommendation of Kothari Commission. First is free and compulsory education, which is most important recommendation of the Commission. Kothari Commission draw attention to fulfill the Article 45 of the Constitution, which talks about the provide free and compulsory education for all children up to the age of 14. This article should be implemented nationwide. It was the recommendation of Kothari Commission. Next important recommendation of the Commission is language policy. 3 language formula, which is very known to us. 3 language formula was for the first time featured by the Kothari Commission's recommendation. What is this? That it will cover the 3 language. It means first one is mother tongue or regional language, then next one is the official language, and third one is a modern Indian or foreign language, which is not covered by point A and B. It means not apart from the mother tongue or regional language and official language, there should be another third language. It may be Indian or foreign language. These 3 language should be taught at all stages of the education system. This is the 3 language formula. This should be implemented as per the recommendation of Kothari Commission. Next is education for democracy. India is a democratic country. So the people of India should be democratic nature, who have the minimum stand to sort out their daily life problems, as well as should have the capacity to deal with trend of the world. So in this situation, education must be the way which will help to fulfill the needs of the people to raise as a perfect civic, vocationally efficient and culturally developed citizen. Education must be served to all irrespective of caste, status, gender, place of residence, religion, etc. Next point is education for national integration. After the independence, there was a need of reconstruction of our community, of our nation. So that to develop the integrative feeling, educational institutions must cater the necessary aspect among students from primary to undergraduate stage. Education for international understanding. Humanities, social science like subjects can promote the international outlook of a child. So, institutions should give attention over these subjects to promote international understanding. Education for social, moral, and spiritual values. Kothari Commission's recommendation was introduce moral, social, spiritual values in education in all over the institutions for the development or inculcation of the social, moral, spiritual values among students. Next is common school system. Common school system means that there should be only one, uh, not one, there should be only the government school which will serve the equal education irrespective of caste, creed, community, social or economic status of the learners. Okay, and no tuition fees will be there. It was a vital step towards the equalization of educational opportunity. The most important recommendation of Kothari Commission is school education system pattern 10 plus 2 plus 3 pattern. Within 10 we can include that pre-primary or preschool education 1 to 3 years duration of the preschool education. This is not included in the 10, but after that from lower primary to lower secondary it is included within 10. 10 plus 2 plus 3 is 10. Okay, primary, lower primary for 4 to 5 years it will cover class 1 to 5, then higher primary 3 to 2 years duration it will cover 6 to 8, and lower secondary for 2 to 3 years it will cover up to class 10. Okay, 9 10, and this is the division of 10, and then higher secondary for 2 years 11 12, and then for 3 it will cover the graduation level. Okay, this is the 10 plus 2 plus 3. 10 first 10 years denotes class 1 to class 10, then for 2 means higher secondary 11 12, and then 3 denotes the graduation level for 3 years. Okay, age of admission in the class should be should not less than 6 years. Okay, then vocational education. The commission recommended to make closer both education and productivity. Professional education must be flourished in agriculture and technological fields at university level. Reorganization of university. The duration of the graduation degree and post-graduation degree respectively denoted by the recommendation of Kothari Commission. These are the 3 years for graduation and 2 years for post-graduation degree. Next is equalization of educational opportunity. The commission recommended to provide the educational opportunity irrespective of the all backward class or disabled children, or it may be the women category. So it recommend to make avail free of cost books, writing materials, textbook to all stages of education. Scholarships would be provided to all levels, special encouragement to girls and backward classes towards imparting education, and programs would organize for handicapped children also. In terms of teacher education, Kothari Commission's recommendation was like that for the qualitative improvement of teacher education, reorientation of the subject knowledge for the teacher is needed, and so that various reorientation programs should be conducted either independently or in the collaboration of university. For primary teachers, there should be 2 years duration program, training program, and 1 year for secondary teachers. The commission recommended for the internship program instead of block teaching. In block teaching, typically students only one course can attend at a time. It talks about uh, observation program also for the pupil teacher, so that the internship program would be more easy. Okay, curriculum should be revised at all levels of teacher education program. Evaluation procedure needs continuous reformation. There is a need regarding of teaching method and evaluation in training institutions. In terms of science education, the commission recommend uh, that to link the science with technology in urban areas and to link the science with agriculture in rural areas. And for this, at least 10 years of compulsory maths or science education is needed. More and more research should be conducted in science as per the recommendation of the Kothari Commission. Now the curricular area which is recommended by the Kothari Commission, that lower secondary stage, the curriculum area should be first of all 3 language formula, then mathematics, science, history, geography, social science, art, work experience and social service, education in moral spiritual values. And for the secondary education, higher secondary stage, uh, 3 language formula is common. Any 3 subjects from the list below: history, geography, economics, sociology, psychology, geology, art, science, home science, biology, chemistry, mathematics, physics. Apart from the above, work experience and social service, physical education, education in moral spiritual values are the common feature. Click on the above link to know about uh, Kothari Commission 1964 to 1966 more intensely. Be connected with my channel to get more information about each topic of UGC NET Education Syllabus. I am also taking online class based on Education NET Syllabus Paper 2, solving previous year questions with explanation to understand the pattern and trend of UGC NET exam. Interested candidate comment me in the chat box.